if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
Okay.
Hello, welcome to What the Flick. I'm Christy, this is Alonzo, that's Matt. Alonzo and I are going to talk about a little indie comedy called The Overnight.
Adam Scott and Taylor Schilling are recent LA transplants from Seattle, and they are making their way through the wilds of Silver Lake, and they fall under the spell of the very charismatic Jason Schwartzman and his wife Judith Godrèche. Their kids get together for dinner and a play date, and the parents wind up turning it into an all-night affair. Maybe it's an all-night affair. Take a look.
We just moved here from Seattle.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Wow, Max has really taken a shine to your boy. Tonight is our regular pizza night. We could turn it into a welcome the neighborhood get-together. Huh. It could be fun. Going to Whole Foods now. Any dietary restrictions?
I don't think
Screw it. You guys, I'm so excited. Yay!
All right.
Oh,
Wow. Thank you for having us in your beautiful home.
Glad we could be of service. Why don't we put the kids to bed upstairs and continue down here?
Oh.
Give me 20 minutes, and I will give you parental bliss.
What's this?
It's a photography zone. You know you've got a really great look. Anybody ever tell you that?
No.
She's a fabulous actress.
Now
Really?
that is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you're not gonna be disappointed.
Fasten your seatbelts.
There are things that I do in my bedroom that no one needs to know about.
I think we've reached that point in the evening where we should leave before anything crazy happens.
What is going on here?
You wanna go home, honey?
No, I want to stay here forever.
So one thing this movie really gets right is how when you have kids, you make new friends. And it's a very vulnerable place to be when you are an adult, right? To make parent friends, because so much is riding on it. Like the kids get along, you want to get along with them too. You're making yourself vulnerable at a grown age and wanting to be accepted. And so the way that they all kind of interact with each other made total sense to me, and that maybe they would be a little giddy and a little nervous and like just wanting to be liked, and that openness leads to just craziness.
Here's what bugs the crap out of me about this movie, and it's becoming like a trend now among these sort of like Sundance-y comedies where they want to flirt with the idea of sexual openness and boundary breaking and bisexuality and whatever else, and then they like dip a toe in the deep end and then go running back as fast as possible. Like these movies are supposed to be so edgy and quirky and, you know, shaking up the paradigm, but ultimately they're super conservative and really kind of weirdly reactionary. And this movie does that. It fools you into thinking it's going to be this thing where the squares sort of get their minds opened a bit and maybe they dabble in some unexpected territory, and then it is, you know, I mean, not to get too deeply into the ending, but it just, you know, it chickens out in a really in that hump day way that drives me up the wall.
I would say the journey is a destination here, and the stuff that happens along the way to that catharsis, that resolution, is what is important, right? The fact that you never.
But I didn't buy a lot of that stuff either.
No, I totally did, because you never know where, you think you know where it's going, and either it doesn't go there, or it takes a detour on the way there, or there's a twist to how they get there. And so I was surprised over and over again. I was so tense, because the comedy is so awkward, so like deliciously awkward. Patrick Brice wrote and directed this. And Mark Duplass is one of the producers.
Yeah.
And it kind of has that like Duplassy stamp of really awkward, but like too true comedy, like stuff we don't want to admit about ourselves.
There were some funny moments, I think, but for me, the things that I found unpredictable were things that they didn't make sense for me. It's like, well, I didn't see that coming, because why would that come, you know?
Can you say without spoiling anything?
Okay, the detour that the wives take when they go to the liquor store, I'm like,
that's very strange.
No, I don't believe that. I'm sorry, I'm not believing it. Also, there are two very prominent fake penises in this movie.
One's big, one's small.
Worn by the two leads, and they are terrible. They are really badly designed, and they are faker than the fake dick that Mark Wahlberg wears in Boogie Nights.
he's a big breasted
They have these
star.
perfectly.
Like that was fake.
They both have these crazily, perfectly round patches of pubic hair that are like you slapped a toupee on someone's crotch. I was just like, what is this? What am I looking at?
You know what? It is an indie with a small budget. You want realistic dick prosthetics.
You know what? You write
go
that.
find them.
You write that script, then you make sure you've got dick prosthetic line on the budget.
If you can't get the dick right, what's the point?
Exactly.
But they're seen from afar.
Suggest, then don't show. If that's how if you're going to be cheap about it.
Okay, this is what Alonzo's been thinking about, is the fake dick.
No, the fake dicks is a minor thing. The major thing is this movie does not have the courage of its own convictions, and it is ultimately, while it flirts with being about something radical, it is ultimately about something very safe and cozy, so that audiences can feel like they've been to the dark side without having to then question their own safe and cozy lives.
I would say that they are all different coming out the other side of what they experience. And that is what matters, is that they've all changed somehow.
I would disagree strongly, but that would involve spoiler
We're not
town.
going to spoil here at What the Flick. All right, so then what is your number?
I give it a 4.3. The actors are game, but yeah, this movie has a severe failure of nerve.
No, and they all get a chance to shine in the foursome, in the various pairings, the wives and the husbands and the people who are actually married and the people who are not. And I don't know, it kept me on my toes. I was really, really edgy the whole time. And I could totally imagine this happening, by the way, with various parents that I know in LA. A little too much wine in the Hollywood Hills. So
we'll talk about that on camera.
I've never done this, by the way. Once you guys see this, I've never done this.
We're having you guys over for dinner. It's going to be real
Right?
interesting.
That shit doesn't go down in the valley. Oh, wait, yes, it does.
Oh,
But there are
please,
cameras.
in the valley?
7.2 is my number, so our average is a 5.7. And
87 on the tomato meter.
is it now? It's dropped to 87? Anyway,
Yes.
I liked it. I thought it was worthwhile. Alonzo did not. Alonzo wants more realistic dick. Bye.
Don't we all?
Bye.